More than 100 million years would separate the first synapsid reptiles, this would be the mammal part of the amniote family tree, from the animals which would be classified as true mammals. And so thus mammal traits evolve very slowly over long periods of time. In the Triassic, there were both cynodonts, which were very close to the mammalian condition. I refer to those as furball number 1 category animals in a previous video. And then also furball number 2 category animals as what some refer to as true mammals and others refer to as mammalia forms. By the mid to late Jurassic, there were animals which could either be classified as true mammals, if you had classified furball number 2 as mammalia forms, or as crown mammals, if you had classified furball number 2 as basal mammals. These are the ancestors of the mammals alive today, the egg-laying monotremes and the live-bearing marsupials and placental mammals. Crown mammals spread throughout the world, and there are diverse fossil lineages such as the eutriconodonts, and some even specialize to some degree, say for digging and even gliding. We can infer a great deal about these ancestral crown mammals because we have 3 living lineages which have descended from them alive today, the monotremes, marsupials, and placental mammals. And so therefore we can consider what all of these 3 lineages share and what features they don't share. So for example, the echidna and platypus alive today, they have inherited features from these ancestral crown mammals, but they lack many of the features which would evolve later in mammalian lineages. So by considering mammals, and particularly the egg-laying mammals, we can deduce that these crown mammals finally had only one jaw joint, the dentary-squamosal jaw joint that mammals use today, and the ancestral reptilian jaw joint was no longer present. And in fact, 2 of the bones involved in that had now become incorporated in the middle ear. While these basal crown mammals had advanced skeletal features such as an atlas axis complex in the vertebral column, their shoulder was still very primitive. Basal crown mammals would have had a 4-chambered heart which no longer had a sinus venosus, red blood cells without nuclei, but they would have lacked other features such as true lymph nodes. While their brains would have had many features shared among mammals today, which reptiles lack, the cerebrum would have been smooth and would have lacked a corpus callosum. The respiratory and digestive systems would have shared some mammalian features, but they would not have been quite as warm-blooded as modern mammals are. While they would have had hair and produced milk, they would have lacked nipples, given that these are absent in modern monotremes. While the urinary and reproductive tracts possess many mammalian features which reptiles lack, there are many primitive aspects, such as the retention of the single opening of the cloaca. This is literally what monotreme means. The fact that the young still hatch from eggs, the lack of an XY system to determine gender chromosomally, the lack of a scrotum, the location of the penis in the cloaca, and others.